What we're going to do is go over some of the emails that you guys have sent us recently. So we do want to cover some of them and talk about that. And then obviously any other emails that you may have or things that you want to reach out to us, email Sergio. He does respond, even though it might take a little bit of time because he is getting little bit. Cheeky Chops, Buffalo Bills are winning the bowl right now. Yes, they are. So,
Cheeky Chops says he's moving to Reseda, bro. That's like 5 miles from my house, Cheeky Chops.
But, no shit.
Yeah, bro. We'll see. Yeah. Well, all we need is one more driver. That's what we need. We're not oversaturated at all. Just come on down.
Well, there's a couple for every driver that's coming to LA, there's 2 drivers that are leaving LA. So
yeah, probably so. Okay, so we're going to do some letters from viewers, subscribers. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button, whatever. Listen, I really, really appreciate it. I said that actually on the article I wrote. I'm going to give that article another plug. Please, please, please. It came out yesterday. Please go read the article. It's about Babajide Sarumi, who is a driver in Houston who got actually physically carjacked, bro, and Uber didn't do shit. All the screenshots are in there. In fact, even the trip that he took, he got carjacked on, is in there. All the Uber support responses are in there. Everything is in there. Please, please go read it and sign his petition for driver safety. If it wasn't for drivers like you guys, right, I wouldn't be able to do this because, like, honestly, because week after week coming up with shit to talk about is kind of boring. So I have I need action, right? So, so that's why I like RideShare. There's action, not a dull moment at any time, right? And then I read these letters and then I go, okay, we're doing some good here. And this is just the few that I picked as opposed to freaking hundreds, okay? And I read all of them, and then some of them are worth putting up, okay? So this is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It goes, hey there, sir. Hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday weekend together. I just wanted to stop by and share some holiday cheer with some good earnings this week. Drove for 11 and a half hours with 22 rides, which broke down to $35.85 an hour and $18.75 average per trip. Thanks to the RideShare Guy. Cherry picking is heaven.
Uber there you go.
Tulsa Guy. Thumbs up, Uber Lyft Tulsa Guy. And thank you guys for everything you guys have done and continue to do for all of us gig world. I've raised my monthly earnings 11% since following the RideShare Guy. Thumbs up again. 11% is a lot, bro. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than the rate of inflation. Anyway, and especially to Show Me the Money Club. Here we go. Send the other guys my appreciation as well, please. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you, Uber Lyft Tulsa Guy. I know your name, but then we don't mention names. So I only mentioned Ted Fink because Ted Fink is here.
That's where Decline Garbage and Know Your Worth comes in. So
right here, baby, right here. This is going to be here the whole year, right here. This is my New Year. Well, this has always been this is not my New Year's resolution. This has been my
mantra.
This has been my mantra from first day, right here on top of my head, and it has worked for me. Now, if you're in a rural area that every pickup is 20 miles and every drop off is 10 miles, I'm sorry. I understand your problem. Then cherry picking becomes less of a lucrative situation. Mm-hmm. But if you're in a metro area and you have lots of trips, you got to know your worth. Okay, here we go.
Yep. And then that's not just knowing your worth. You got to know your market. And then, if you have to go, somewhere like you said, if you're in a rural area, but, you might have to drive a little bit in order to go somewhere where it's going to be a little busier, and it can be worth it. We know somebody who drives sometimes 2.5, 3 hours, depending on what direction they want to go, because there's cities on both sides. So, they're actually in Syracuse, New York, sometimes comes out to Buffalo, sometimes goes out to New York City. Yep. And so, there's people that will go out and drive a little bit, and they'll actually make some pretty decent money doing it. So you just got to know your area and not.
Mr. Gambit, I hope you killed it. This is from Florida. All right. So I don't know if he's here. Norma, are you here? This is you, Norma.
I thought you were using names.
Norma, I half of them are fake names, bro. Because then they email me. They go, "Oh, I'm this." I'm like, "Oh shit, why don't you mention your name?" He goes, "No, I'm a private person." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Okay,
gotcha.
But you know what? He's here. Okay, Norma. This is you, Norma. I go, Super Sergio. I go, Sergio is Surgio. If you guys notice, love that. Love that. That comes from Serge. Greetings from Fort Lauderdale. Miami area. Thanksgiving is beginning a heavy tourist season. It goes Easter, Passover. I have attached photo UNL from Thursday midday. Not usually a busy time. Look what's happened all over the maps. Yesterday, I averaged $1.42 a mile. Not bad. Not bad is actually, that's pretty fucking good. Share this with you to illustrate the power of Super Sergio statements. Okay, but I'm not putting these up because Super Sergio this and that. I'm telling you guys, there is a method to this madness. You guys can create your own goddamn surge.
Drivers are actually seeing legit increases,
legit
on things when it comes to it, and that's, you know, it's good to hear that people are able to take the advice, use it, and then, you know, make more. That's the whole thing. I mean, I believe every single video, minus, you know, the live streams, every single video says maximize your earnings on the RideShare Guy. So, you know, that's essentially what it's for. If you're just sitting here hanging out, hey, that's cool. But if you want to actually make some money implementing some of these strategies, that's where this comes in.
So, you know, this is the power of this. And then it goes, stop new requests. Chris, I did it every single goddamn trip on New Year's Eve. Okay. I would go, I would be in peace, because I'm telling you, one time I effed up. And because it was like I was trying to grab this person and I forgot. I cannot tell you how overwhelming it is between the trip radar. At one point, I have a screenshot. I'll send it to you. I had 21 trips on my trip radar. 21.
Wow.
21.
Now, how many people were looking at them? How fast were they actually going too? That's the other thing.
It's going like, I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is just bad.
Yeah, you know, I did go online on New Year's Eve accidentally because I was opening up the apps. I mean, I couldn't drive because transferring the cars, but I did go online accidentally, and this was just before the transfer of the cars, so that's why I could still go on. I mean, I still can go on right now. I just can't drive because I don't have the Jeep right now. But you know, right away, like literally right away, trip radar pops up, and then I'm trying to go offline because you gotta, you know, it's multiple buttons, and you know, I get ping requests, ping requests, no trip radar. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So
even turn it off. You can't even turn it off
offline, but it was an accident. I'm like, no, don't give me these requests because I'm not going out. I can't go out right now. Unfortunately, I did want to go out, but
crazy,
especially hearing those dings and the ding dongs and all that shit. It's like, you know, it gets you that mindset. It's like, let's play the game.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So anyway, so let's go back to Norma. Norma goes, stop new requests. Yeah, by the way, that video got how many views? 25,000.
I don't know,
views?
a lot.
Some crazy fucking views, right?
Share it. Everybody who's watching, go back, share that video with people you know.
Please do.
Because it's not just going to help. It's not going to help just you. It's going to help your entire area make more money by doing something like that.
No shit. Yeah. So it says the stop new request is getting out there to the masses. How do I know this? Look at the third photo that coincidentally appeared yesterday numerous times on Uber after dropping off a rider using the stop new request method. Yeah. Uber goes, fuck, I need this guy now because it's surging like shit. And I'm going like, well, I'm not available. It goes, wow, what an impact. Uber begging. Yeah, there you go. If you're in a, look, man, this is not going to work in, I don't know, some rural town in Montana, okay? But if you're in Florida, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Atlanta, if you're in DC, if you're in LA, if you're in San Francisco.
No, even more than that. If you're in Buffalo, if you're in small towns, if you're in Columbus, if you're in wherever, you know, you can do things like this too, because there is more of a demand. It's, you know, the supply and demand is going to be relative closely the same. Obviously, in, you know, suburban, rural areas, it's going to be a little bit different. But again, that's why I say travel. You know, if you drive a little bit, you know, 30 minutes, 2 hours, depending on the area, you know, it might be much more worth it for you. It might make money, even though, driving there and back could be a pain, but, you know, you could actually make a lot more money, and, you know, you have a little bit more control over what you want to take and what you don't want to take versus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, this is how you cherry pick. Okay. So, and then it goes, wow, what an impact. Uber begging. Each time this happened, guess what? The next ride had a surge.
Nice. Okay, listen, and then, you know what? Here's the thing: it's hard to see the screen for those who are watching. It's hard to see that
blood red, bro.
Man's high, But if you look, it's right where it's the go button. It's a $5 flat rate right there, and then just above the notification on the sidebar right there, it's got $7. So this is, and where that is, it's South Beach, so it's real close to everything going on right there. So it's also inland, the inland area as well. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on.
This shit works. Please do it, people. Please do it. Please follow us. We're okay. We know what we're doing here. Okay, we really. I mean, come on.
Yep.
So Scott Tucker killed it. Good job, Scott Tucker. But you did Lift Lux Black or some shit probably. All right. So this was another one. Okay, this one. I don't know how to say this. This is a downer. This is not our last one, is it?
No, we got it. Okay,
yeah, because we can't end on this, bro. Because this is what I was like, God
no,
damn.
We got this one's 2 pages. That then we got another one.
I'm just gonna this one. I don't want to read the whole thing, but if you want to read it. But listen, this guy is about to give up. Okay, this guy goes, I've been driving Lyft for around 5 years now. I told him obviously you got to be on Uber as well. Okay. Not that it even matters. Lately, I've been feeling disheartened because it's completely obvious the rides are controlled by algos. Okay, we said that a million times, and we put out a video yesterday, bro, right? Was it yesterday? How to teach the freaking algos?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before. I can't remember.
So it's already like booming, right? So go watch that article. Go watch that video. It makes me feel like I'm chasing money, and it's sickening. Okay? I'm not making good money with Lyft anymore. I just can't seem to figure it out. Okay. I find it nearly impossible in a city of almost 2 million people that I would have to wait sometimes up to an hour for a trip less than 4 miles away. Yes, I have kept the app on while running errands. Okay. At times I've forgotten to turn off the app and requests will come in. He's in San Antonio, by the way. Will come in surprisingly as much as 2 hours later. San Antonio is large, but I can get any major city, San Antonio, within 20 minutes. How is this even possible? Are there too many drivers? And he answered his own question right there. Yes, there are. The only time bonuses are offered are at night, and I don't drive those hours. Okay, so much for flexibility and freedom, right? So when people come and tell me, oh, but this is so wonderful, it's so flexible, it's so freedom. I'm like, no, bro, none of this is flexible. None of this is free. You must work when and where there is demand. I mean, first rule of rideshare. That was it from the first day. Now that the pay has gotten worse, everybody's understanding how unimportant this flexibility and freedom shit is. They sold it well. It's kind of sticking, but I think the model is kind of dying down a little bit, this flexibility. You got to work when and where there is demand. I could be sitting in my toilet at 3 a.m, have my app on. I'm not going to get a request, okay? It's flexibility, it's freedom. I turn my app on, big effing deal. So, and the last paragraph killed me. I go like, what do I say to this guy now? So it's not all this rah shit that we get. We get these things, and I'm like, okay. Yep. And then
are you looking at this last paragraph on the page, because there is one more paragraph beyond?
Yeah, that last paragraph. Yeah, one more. That last paragraph.
That one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah. I've been using your advice about turning off the app and declining garbage. Wonderful. I'm not going to say your name, but it seems as no matter what I do, it always turns, boils down to exactly $20 an hour actual time, but never more drive time. It's always the same unless I drive during these bonus hours. I'm not going to say your name. I'm really compelled to say your name, but I'm not going to. Okay, here we go. What do we say? San Antonio driver? This gig is shit at the moment, and it's been shit. It's going to shit. Okay, you have to zig when they zag, and what you have to do now as a driver, not only you have to work peak demand hours, you have to be able to stack even the measly bullshit penny bonuses that they send you. You have to be able to stack them on top of each other and work those hours to make that $30 an hour. Because the variability in those bonuses is immense, and it's sometimes up to 30 to 40% of your income. You have to have a strategy. You can't just turn your app on and accept money to rain. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. This is where it is. Man, 2015, it was a wonderful gig. They sucked the shit life out of it. What do you want me to say? I'm being honest, bro. I'm being honest.
Here's one other thing that I don't know if he's kind of taking into consideration. If you're cherry picking, your costs are going to go down when you're driving. If you're still making that $20 an hour cherry picking and it's not increased, but it's not decreased, you should be driving less during that time because you shouldn't be, driving around aimlessly trying to chase that. So your costs actually should go down a little bit. So you could potentially be making more by cherry picking because you're not, taking all these rides that could be, so far away for a short trip, that type of thing. So, that's, you kind of break down too. How were you driving before? How are you driving now? And then take a look at, are your costs going down because of it? Does that mean then at that point, you're actually starting to make more money? So it could be like the break even point that you're at, but it could be where because you are driving less or your costs should be going down when you're cherry picking, then at that point, you should be able to, kind of offset that a little bit. So again, you're making more money in less time, even though it might be the same.
Yeah. But the other thing, Chris, is honestly, when I get these kind of letters, right? I mean, obviously we're here to help people. I give him what I need to give him, right? Which is multi-app, got to work the hours that you don't work. I'm sorry, but that's there's no miracle fix to this. Okay. But the other thing is,
yeah, you can't create demand out of nowhere.
You can't. Yeah. I mean, that is, you cannot do. And he goes, I'm depleted and close to giving up. I feel like I'm chasing. It really just hits hard. There are obvious attempts to take advantage of those who are unaware. Well, we're trying to educate, but our reach is limited.
The other question though, too, is this driver, are they trying new areas? Are they continuously staying in the same area? When it comes to it, are they trying different areas when they go out to see, the demands in that particular area? Because each city is going to have pockets where it's going to have much more demand versus not. And again, yes, also adding Lyft or Uber to the mix is going to be.
I mean, if you just want to do rideshare, San Antonio driver, Lyft only is going to get you the minimal amount of money. We talk about this all the time, utilization factor, right? My UR sometimes is at 52, 53% cherry picking, but I'm okay with that because in that 52% of the time of the hour, I'm making what a driver would make in an hour. I want to do 2 trips in an hour as opposed to 4 trips in an hour and make more money. That's my goal. That's always been my goal. So he says, what other apps? And I told him, I go, look, you got to give everything a try to be, because if you're only out there 5 hours a day, and you're cherry picking and you're only down to 2.5 hours, it may not be enough cash flow for you. I understand cash flow. I have a finance background. I get it. A lot of people say, oh, Serge, but you don't understand. I need to make money. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to make money like a slave. Make money on 6 different apps as opposed to make money on 1 different app.
Well, the other thing,
have Doordash on, have Uber Eats on, have Spark on, have Shipped on, have Lyft on, have Uber on.
Just to put it into a number perspective, let's say, on Lyft, your demand is, pretty much maxed out. Let's just say that. So if the supply is what's going to be, kind of a deciding factor. If there's more supply of drivers, that means it's going to go down. But if your time is allotted to, allow to take Uber, to take Doordash, to do other apps that are out there, that's when you open yourself up to the possibility of having more pings come in, more opportunities to come in. And then that's where you can start looking at them, both Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever it might be. And then that way you can say, or hopefully get above that cost where then it's, a little bit more where they're coming to you versus you're feeling like you're chasing it.
Yeah. The other thing, Chris, we don't talk about this a lot, but there is, to rideshare, everybody thinks it's an easy shit to do. It's a physically demanding thing because you're in your car hours and hours. You're tough on your body. It's a solitary business, right? Unless you have a passenger in the car and you're not a talkative person, introvert. It's, you're on your own out there. There is physical, mental, financial costs of doing rideshare, but a lot of people don't talk about the mental part. And like this driver is about to give up, and he's looking for outlets. Well, we're trying. I gave him the outlets. Hopefully he's doing better. But the important thing is, the gig world is I'm telling you, it's not what it used to be during the pandemic. A lot of drivers pivoted when the pandemic hit from rideshare to delivery, right? Because they had to make money. Well, now you have to pivot more. How do you pivot? Pivot more into different apps. You have to be busy in that hour instead of just being on one single app. And it just, and to me, there is no other way of doing it. You can't create demand. You can't create, magically, because these companies are controlling. He's correct to a point. They're controlling what you can make. Well, if Lyft is only making you $20, maybe Lyft and Uber combined will make you 23. And if you add DoorDash to it, maybe that's another couple of bucks an hour. You're back at 25. Every dollar matters, and this is what it is. Okay. So the pivot is everything. Yep, Vinny Cos, you're right. So here's Sergio, the spirit of decline. Hey, I hear, baby. Yeah. In the spirit of decline garbage and know your worth, I did a screen recording of my initial run doing Uber rides on Friday afternoon in Southeast Michigan. So this is Michigan. So we have all these cities covered now. Thank you for being my eyes and ears. The first 2 rides I got pinged with, I did not accept. And the other rides came up in Trip Radar as well. I didn't touch those either. Hello, there you go. I did accept a third trip for $588 since I wasn't sure if declining, well, no more. They're not logging people out anymore. It would cause to be logged out for several hours. However, the additional image I shared will show you that this same 588 ride got adjusted up to 1059 because it was a significant change in traffic that caused me whatever. So I'm glad that they adjusted it up. In some cities, they're not adjusting. This was supposed to be a 4-minute ride that ended up taking 12 minutes. Okay, the guy made double the money for 8 more minutes. Additionally, I did exactly what you said by cherry picking my rides for a couple of hours and stopping new requests between rides such that I didn't resume new ride requests until I dropped off each passenger. Perfectly followed game plan. When I did this, I managed to get a surge on top of the bonus per trip for being a specific zone boost plus, as you can see in the second image. I made $107 in about 2.5 hours. Hello, that's $40.
Show me the money.
So I plan to get back out there tomorrow and Sunday too. Thank you and Chris so much for your help. Well, we're here to educate and inform.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
I'm telling you, bro, every time I get one of these, Chris, I know you don't get these because I don't forward them to you.
Yeah.
But and here's the proof.
I see them, so
here's the proof. And there you go. 2 hours and 48 minutes. Look, you guys can say, oh, you guys are so full of shit. I get that too, by the way. Oh, I drive 60 hours a week full time. You know what? We're taking small victories. We're trying to turn heads around here and there, and we're actually doing a good job with Uber doing the head thing. But here's the problem.
Did you want to go over this email? Because this was more to deal with the issue when it came for being logged out for X amount of hours.
I don't know. Yeah, well, this was, you say it again. I got cut off. You got cut off, actually.
I said, did you want to go over this email? Because this was dealing with the driver that got logged out.
Actually, let's make this the last one. Can we make this the last one?
Sure. Here, hold on. There's one more after that. Let's do that one first then.
No, because this has some negative comments in it too, which I love. I love those negative comments. Bring it on. For the non-believers, bro. Bring it. Sergio, first I would like to say thank you, personal thank you, and all those RideShare guys for helping me change the way I do RideShare. Look at this. Michigan, Austin, San Antonio, I don't know, Florida. We're fucking everywhere, Uber. You know what I'm saying? Bring it on, Uber. So here we go. First, I would like to say thank you. Okay. Change the way I do RideShare. You truly have made a difference in my life, and I appreciate you and all the contributors for willingness. Yes, we have amazing fucking contributors on this goddamn channel. No other channel has that. Specifically one. Not the RP channel. I love RP, but the other dude. And teach and educate. You're making a difference. Well, see, that's why we're gonna keep doing this shit, bro, one by one. Now you made a comment on last week's show, Money Club, that Uber can possibly make the claim that average a driver can make $37 an hour. And how, based on all the garbage fares, you would like to understand how that could possibly be, since there is no way the math can possibly add up. Well, we did a video on that very popular one. We called Dara out and said, hey, Money, if you say the numbers like this, you got to come clean. So this guy goes a step further. I was wondering if Uber may be taking Comfort, XL, Premium SUV, and other. No, they're not. You know what Uber is doing? Austin driver. They're taking the $20 an hour, right? You made online. They're turning it into active hour. I'm like, that's bullshit. And then they're adding your tips, and all these incentives are in there as well. And they go, here, 37. Although I did the UFD article, I go, oh, it's a 2.5% cut. They go like, oh, no, that can't be right. I'm like, well, when you throw out this shit out there, Uber, a little explanation, maybe a little asterisk like that Tesla rental had, what is 37? What city? What country? What hours? You know the game they play, Chris, right? They turn everything into active hour and add your tips and add everything in there. I go, it's a 37. False advertising at best, if not an FTC lawsuit.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.